And sound. Okay, you're going to watch this video. First time, you're going to watch it without subtitles. Just what you hear, what you see. Write down what you understand. Each one of you, of course, alone. Because Nikos may understand different things from Yanni. Yeah? Okay. Only tell me if you can hear well.
Of TenneT. This offshore connection connects the Holland.
Can you hear?
Yes.
You too, Yanni?
Yes.
Good.
Coast-side offshore wind farms to the onshore high-voltage grid. It's split up in the alpha and beta connection, each with a capacity of 700 megawatt power. To design, produce, transport and install the required 168 kilometers of high-voltage cables, a consortium is formed by Van Oord and Hellenic Cables. Hellenic Cables in Greece produces the impressive long cables. Over the course of a 12-month period, the facility produced, tested and delivered the first 2 subsea power cables. Each cable consists of 3 cores and 3 fibre optic cables. The Alpha C cables, weighing approximately 4,000 tons each, are transported to the Walhaven in Rotterdam. There, the cables will be loaded onto Van Oord's cable lay vessel, Nexus, for offshore installation.
The scope of work is to manufacture and install 4 sea cables between the platforms and the new built land station. To complete these projects more efficient and economically, TenneT uses the same standardized cable systems and platforms. Today, the first alpha cable is transferred from the transport barge onto the cable installation vessel, the Nexus. The cable weighs around 100 kilo per meter, with a length of 42 kilometers, having a total weight of around 4,000 tons. And the unique thing about this cable is that it is produced in one length, avoiding the need to have an additional offshore joint for TenneT.
At the Van Oord office in Horkum, a team of engineers carefully prepares and monitors the process.
The challenges for us in this project is to install the cable up to 5 meters depth near a busy port, with 2 major unknowns being the soil condition and the weather. The Deep Digit is a cable trencher, which is a machine which buries the cable up to 5 meters below the soil. The Hollandse Kust Zuid project was his first project. Deep Digit buries the cable by putting a lot of water into the soil, and thereby it fluidizes the soil, which allows the cable to sink into the soil and thereby come to the right depth.
In the meantime, a team of engineers works on the pulling of the first cable onshore at the Maasvlakte.
Today we are here to pull in the first cable out of 4, the so-called Alpha 1 cable. That will be the start of the sea cable campaign of HKZ. You see here the pull-in pits where the sea cable will arrive and where the cable will be split into 3 separate cables that will move on to the land station here on site. You see behind me the winch that pulled with a maximum of 40 tons the cable through the HDD duct. If they pull the cable through, they seal the ends of the HDD duct, the pipe on both sides, so both on the vessel side as on the land station side, and they fill it with water to cool the cable. This project will be important to connect the second major wind farm of the Netherlands to the coast, and it will be finished in 2022. This wind farm will produce energy for about 700,000 households.
The cables cross the busy entrance of the Port of Rotterdam. To safely cross the intersection, the cables need to be buried deep in the seabed. With its unique design and power, the Deep Digit buries the cable with a speed of 250 meters per hour. It's controlled from Van Oord's offshore installation vessel, MPI Adventure. 4 sea cables of 168 kilometers length in total are installed under the seabed, transporting 1,400 megawatt power to shore. By 2023, TenneT aims to achieve 3,500 megawatt of capacity to transport the energy from the offshore wind farms to shore. By collaborating closely, TenneT, Van Oord and Hellenic Cables successfully connected the Hollandse-Kust offshore wind farms to the Dutch energy network. Hollandse-Kust is a major step forward in the energy transition.
All right, that was the video. Nico, have you seen it again or not?
No.
No, all right, it was Panos who saw it because I showed it to Panos. All right, did you understand anything from the video?
Yes, some words.
Everything, eh? Okay, forget about the words. Generally, what is happening? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes.
For me, yes.
Okay, Yanni?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, of course, I can hear you perfectly. Did you understand what is happening in the video?
Not very well.
Why not? Because of the language?
Yes, because he
pictures?
speaks a little fast for me, I think.
They're speaking very quickly.
Yeah,
but
so.
The video, the picture, isn't it familiar with you?
Yes, of course.
All right, so boys, I want you to talk about what you saw. I'm going to start just a moment.
Hollandse-Kust sea cables and 3 fibre optic cables.
Just a moment.
The Alpha.
The scope.
All right, I'm stopping it here. I don't know if this helps you remember things. And I want you to tell each other what you saw. Nico, can you start telling Yannis what you saw in simple English? And Yanni, you write down notes. And then you, Yanni, tell Nikos.
Yeah. I write what Nikos tell me.
Is saying,
okay.
Yes. If he's saying the same things that you have written, okay, don't. But if he says different things, add them, right?
Okay.
Okay, come on, boys. I'm listening. And remember, the lesson is being recorded for Kostas. And something else I have to tell you. I sent a very small piece of Kostas' recording to the office so that I can show them your progress, Nico, together with some material I have given you. Just 1 minute recording. That's all. Yeah. And I think that you got a link, didn't you? Did you get a link to YouTube, Nico?
A link. What
a
link?
link to YouTube. I sent you a link to YouTube to your email.
Yes.
So, did you receive it?
No,
right.
Just a moment.
All right, yesterday, that was yesterday or before yesterday? I think yesterday. And I made it private, the 3 of you and Miss Katanahaki.
Yeah, I found YouTube.
All right.
The video was shared.
Yes, it's private. Nobody can see it. Only the people who have the link. The 3 of you, Kostas Yannis, and the lady with whom we agreed the lessons. Yes? Nobody else can see them. Okay?
Yes.
So you can go and watch it anytime you want. All right, so I want you to start talking to each other, saying what you saw. Come on, Nicola.
I understand she says one contract for interconnection wind farms at the
wind farm.
Yes, and the North Sea, Holland. between between Van Noord and Tennet and Hellenic Cables. At the start, she says some kilometers sub-sea cable, underwater cable.
Or submarine cables, yeah.
Yes, submarine,
Are
yeah.
they the same?
What else? And she says inside the cable 3 phases and 3 fiber optics, I think. That's.
I don't know. Yanis will add.
What I add?
Things that Nikos has not said and you have understood. If there are things that Nikos has not seen or understood, but you have.
I remember at the start she says some 86 kilometer submarine cable.
Do you remember that, Nico?
Yes.
What else?
I don't know. You know.
I don't remember something else.
All right.
The faces is 3 and fiber optic cable inside the is
And
3.
anything else, Nico, that you want to say?
The project started 2022 and finished 2023, I think. Successfully. I don't remember any.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you the same video but with subtitles, English subtitles, yes? Because that one was cut. I cut it so that you couldn't see, the subtitles. So this one...
Hollandse Kustzijde Sea Cables project is part of the NetOpzee program of TenneT. This offshore connection connects the Hollandse Kustzijde offshore wind farms to the onshore high-voltage grid. It's split up in the alpha and beta connection, each with a capacity of 700 megawatt power. To design, produce, transport and install the required 168 kilometers of high-voltage cables, a consortium is formed by Van Noord and Hellenic Cables.
Okay, can you hear well?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, can you add notes, new information that you could not understand before? You have to add.
Okay.
All right.
Hellenic Cables in Greece produces the impressive long cables. Over the course of a 12-month period, the facility produced, tested and delivered the first 2 subsea power cables. Each cable consists of 3 cores and 3 fibre optic cables.
That's what you said, bravo.
The Alpha C cables, weighing approximately 4,000 tons each, are transported to the Walhaven in Rotterdam. There, the cables will be loaded onto Van Noord's cable lay vessel Nexus for offshore installation.
The scope of work is to manufacture and install 4 sea cables between the platforms and the new built land station. To complete these projects more efficient and economically, TenneT uses the same standardized cable systems and platforms. Today, the first alpha cable is transferred from the transport barge onto the cable installation vessel, the Nexus. The cable weighs around 100 kilo per meter, with a length of 42 kilometers, having a total weight of around 4,000 tons. And the unique thing about this cable that it is produced in one length, avoiding the need to have an additional offshore joint for TenneT.
At the Van Noord office in Horkum, a team of engineers carefully prepares and monitors the process.
The challenges for us in this project is to install the cable up to 5 meters depth near a busy port, with two major unknowns being the soil condition and the weather. The Deep Digit is a cable trencher, which is a machine which buries the cable up to 5 meters below the soil. The Hollandse Kust Zuid project was his first project. Deep Digit buries the cable by putting a lot of water into the soil, and thereby it fluidizes the soil, which allows the cable to sink into the soil and thereby come to the right depth.
In the meantime, a team of engineers works on the pulling of the first cable onshore at the Maasvlakte.
Today we are here to pull in the first cable out of 4, the so-called Alpha 1 cable. That will be the start of the sea cable campaign of HKZ. You see here the pull-in pits where the sea cable will arrive and where the cable will be split into 3 separate cables that will move on to the land station here on site. You see behind me the winch that pulled with a maximum of 40 tons the cable through the HDD duct. If they pull the cable through, they seal the ends of the HDD duct, the pipe on both sides, so both on the vessel side as on the land station side, and they fill it with water to cool the cable. This project will be important to connect the second major wind farm of the Netherlands to the coast, and it will be finished in 2022. This wind farm will produce energy for about 700,000 households.
The cables cross the busy entrance of the Port of Rotterdam. To safely cross the intersection, the cables need to be buried deep in the seabed. With its unique design and power, the Deep Digit buries the cable with a speed of 250 meters per hour. It's controlled from Van Oord's offshore installation vessel, MPI Adventure. 4 sea cables of 168 kilometers length in total are installed under the seabed, transporting 1,400 megawatt power to shore. By 2023, TenneT aims to achieve 3,500 megawatt of capacity to transport the energy from the offshore wind farms to shore. By collaborating closely, TenneT, Van Oord and Hellenic Cables successfully connected the Hollandse Kust Zuid offshore wind farms to the Dutch energy network. Hollandse Kust Zuid is a major step forward in the energy transition.
A whole world, eh? Are you familiar with this company?
At this project, 2022, she say for one platform XKZ, he stayed. I'm working up to.
You work there?
Yes.
Ah, so you are familiar.
At the North Sea. With maybe with the same cable, working with the same cable.
Maybe. Okay, so you are familiar. So,
yes.
I want you to go to your Google Doc. Boys, you have the links. Yannis is also in your Google Doc, Nico. Let us go to the Google Doc.
Yes.
All right, I'm there. Okay, this is Yannis' email. He wrote it. You're both in. I can see you, myself as well. So, what I want you to do is to cooperate, the two of you, and write an email to the head, the CEO of the company, telling them about the project and what you liked, what you didn't like, and what suggestions you can make. The idea is that you speak while you are being recorded, and then you write. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so it's between two colleagues and friends. You don't need me to tell you who starts, who finishes. It's up to you. First you speak,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yanni with Nikos, and then you write. I want you to start speaking a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
So, Nico, I can start writing good evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No.
No, first you
Uh,
talk. What are you going to write? You have to decide what you are going to write to the CEO.
uh,
And then you write. Finally, the final stage is
okay.
the writing. Yeah?
Okay. S- Uh,
All right, so
oh,
what did you see? What did you like? Don't you talk with colleagues?
college? What you?
People who, can you explain colleagues? Who knows the word colleagues? Huh?
I don't
Neither.
know.
Neither of you knows the word colleague. People who work together at work. You are colleagues. You are friends, but you are also colleagues.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. What, Yanis, what do we need to send the CO tenant? What do we need?
We need to say him.
First of all, you have to talk about what you saw in the video very quickly. You don't have to give details. Eh? Very
Okay.
briefly. Come on.
Oh, Nico, we saw 168 kilometers cable.
Mm-hmm.
And for one wind farm, we need 700 megawatt, right? That's right.
1,000,
Seven.
40 νομίζω, 1,400 megawatt, I think. The energy
Okay.
of the wind farm.
So the cable for coming from the Greece is tested
Yes,
and loaded at the vessel Nexus.
yes.
And the cable
Bravo.
is one length to avoid other joint.
Uh-huh.
And buried in the long down ocean. If I said right.
You're not asking me, you're asking your friend, of course.
Yes, I think.
Okay? In order to keep the conversation going, Nico and Yanni, you have to say like yes, sure, to keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, silence in the audience. So what was important?
If the job is going perfect.
In the video, what was important for you? What do you think was very important?
The video.
Nico, you worked there. What did you find important when you were working there?
For us, important to sell and installations a submarine cable for the Tenet. And at the end, working all and the cable and the project.
So everything
Successful.
worked well, successful. All right. Yanni, would you like to ask Nico something about his experience there? Ask him questions.
Okay. Where you live there?
Bravo. Where were you living? Where were you living?
For the project.
When you were working there in the North Sea?
On the sea, on the platform.
You were staying on the platform?
Yes, and live there.
Did they have rooms and beds and all that and facilities?
Cabin rooms, like
Yes,
a ship,
like
a
a
ship
ship.
cabin. Yes.
Yes, and toilets and showers and
And
everything.
toilets, and showers, a restaurant, and rest
Really?
area. Yeah, and gym, and gym.
Really? You're kidding me.
Yes. No,
Bravo.
really.
Great.
And the smoking area, and what else?
Oh, wow. So it was not too bad.
Not too bad, but
But
live at on the sea at 14 days.
yes,
Only 14 because the
14 or 40?
14
Yes.
because this is the ο νόμος πώς είναι?
The law.
What?
The law.
Yes.
The law says,
The Netherlands law
yes, that.
is it to working on the platform strictly 14
Up to
days.
14 days. What about
Yes.
the Greek law? Wow.
Yes.
What about the Greek law? Does it say anything like that?
No, the Greek law I don't know for this job.
So maybe there is no limit. You can work for as long as the company wants, eh?
Yes.
Okay, tell me something. That's my question, and it's a real question. When you were on the platform, did it move like the floating boat, or was it steady?
Sorry? Yeah.
The platform,
Yeah. Yes.
was it steady, or did it move if the sea
No,
was rough?
no, steady.
Steady. So you didn't feel seasick?
No.
No. Okay, that was good. Were there people who felt seasick?
Uh, Were the people too?
Who were seasick. The people who worked on the platform, did they feel seasick, nausea?
Yes, some days.
Yes. Why some days?
Because windy days.
And the platform moved?
No, the field.
Ah,
The cabin moved. The
okay.
platform is σταθερό αυτό
Steady.
που... Yes,
Okay, so you were like on a boat. Hmm?
yes.
Good. Right. Any other questions you would like to ask him, Yanni?
Yes. How many days one wind farm, one platform, sorry, take to finish?
For us, for the cable installations,
Yes.
we need some rotations, like 14 days, one rotation. The other 14 days, the next rotation. I think we we make the 8-9 rotations.
And when
Maybe.
you were not on board, where were you? Nico, back to Greece?
Yes, first before the up to platform, we stay at the Netherlands, and first day to going to platform, we transfer us with helicopter.
So you stayed on the platform 14 days, and when the 14 days passed, you were taken out.
Yes,
And
at Netherlands flying for Athens.
And then you went back in 14 days or in
Yes, one rotation. The next rotation.
So you stayed 14 days here, 14
Different
days
team.
there.
Yes.
Bravo. Yeah. Okay. So it's clear. All right. Bravo. That was a good question, Yanni.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like to ask?
I don't think.
All right.
We made up Fister. We making Connex.
Yes.
Fister Connex.
Yes.
And terminations Connex. You know,
that
Yannis
was
had inside the GIS room.
Yes.
Put you remember Miss Dida the Connex with
Yes, of course
belt
I
flange
remember.
with that? Yes.
Yes, I remember it.
That job with terminations.
Okay.
And the other side of Cambridge
Yes.
is putting the other team for the other company at the main deck at the wind farms.
Yeah. Yes.
Understand me? The other side of Cambridge.
Yes. So how you connected? You transferred electricity from the wind farm.
We transferred electricity for the platform.
And then to the cables.
So the platform, yes, the GIS room is υποσταθμός.
Yes, substation.
Yes, substation. And the other sides of Cambridge, inside the wind
And
farm.
tell me
Uh,
something. This substation worked with oil or with gas? Because we had a discussion with Panos on that. Some stations are with oil and some others are with gas.
yes, I think.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. So now, boys, you can decide what to write. Because Kostas will see it and he will have to write something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yanni, how do you like the lesson up to now?
Nice, little difficult for me, I think.
Difficult? Okay. Next
Little.
And
week.
for me and for us, Yanni, don't worry.
Right now, not so much. Before, yes.
Yeah,
Now,
that.
Nico, you have made progress. You're
Uh-huh.
not like at the beginning.
No.
No, of course not. So, Yanni, a little bit patience, give time to yourself, and very quickly you will get on. All
Okay.
right? So now discuss what you are going to write to your CEO.
Okay.
All right, that's another discussion now.
Can I ask something?
Me or Nikos?
What?
Who do you want to ask, me or Nikos?
To you.
Okay.
What we need to send to CEO?
All right, Nikos will
What
tell you.
we need to say him?
Yes, Nico. Tell him it's your job. Together you are working together, so you decide what to tell your CEO.
About project plan.
Okay.
About the terminations, about the deadline. What else?
I don't know.
So we can say him μέχρι πότε, πώς είναι?
Sorry?
Μέχρι πότε?
Until when?
Okay. We can say him until end the deadline.
So when?
No.
So when
When?
is the deadline?
Okay. So we can say him when is the deadline. And
Or until when to finish the project. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
we can say about the fiber optic cables, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
Yes.
What we can say. I don't know.
Okay, you can start like, dear Mr. A, because he's your CEO, you know his name. Dear Mr. A, after watching the video on the project in the Netherlands, we would like to make the following, to share the following thoughts with you. Do you like this? All right, I'm starting that for you. All right?
All right.
Just a moment, because here is the header. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Brown, yeah. After watching the video, do you understand? Are you following? Boys?
Yes.
Yes. We need
And
some information with
yes.
about the project.
Okay, so after watching the video, let's see the video. It is Hollandse Kustsuite project. That's the name of the video. We would like, what do you want? We would like to do what? Do you want to continue?
To sharing,
Do you want to continue?
maybe. I can try.
All right. Okay.
To sharing.
To share. We would like to share.
Okay.
Yes.
To share. That's so. To share the thing we saw in the video.
To share the thoughts, yes, we got from the video.
We got.
We got from the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Now it's up to you. I helped you start the email, but after that it's your job. You can write both, eh?
Yes.
All the three of us can write together if we want.
Okay.
We would like to share the thoughts we got from the video. What?
Video, you put a full stop. And you start. First of all,
the thoughts we got from the video. What mean the thoughts?
the thoughts, what ideas, what you got. You saw the video and so you got some thoughts. Up from the verb think. Think,
From?
thoughts. The verb think. What do you think? Think.
Yes.
The noun is thoughts. I have a new idea, a new thought. Okay.
Okay.
with you, maybe.
All right, you put a full stop and then on the next line you start. First of all, okay, you make a list. First of all, second, third, fourth, finally. That's a very good email. When you make a list of ideas so that the reader understands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to each other, decide and write.
So we go in the next line, like that.
You're not asking me, of course.
Nikos.
Yes.
We go in the next line.
Yes. Right. First of all,
First of we have 168 kilometers cable, submarine cable.
All right, write it down.
And tested from the Hellenic cables.
Who tests them? The Hellenic cables?
Yes.
So it is by, because it is, you say, first of all, we have 168 kilometers submarine cable tested
Yes.
by
And
the Hellenic cables. By, because it's passive voice, not
we,
a
we,
by, not this by, this by.
by.
Yes. For example, this car was made by Opel.
I understand, yes.
Okay, Yanni, do you remember that at all? Passive
Me.
voice.
I know this by.
All right. I'm going to stop the video and start it again so that it's not too heavy. Yes.
Okay.
Because I have some restrictions.